Terp. Centuries before modern dikes protected the Dutch countryside, Frisian villagers built artificial earthen mounds called terpen to raise their homes above flood levels. Early Terp houses were simple one-room huts made from timber, reed thatch, and sod walls. Over time, these mounds grew into small, elevated villages. Restored terpen near villages like Wierum and Hegebentum offer an authentic glimpse into how Iron Age farmers ingeniously adapted to challenging coastal conditions, preserving a remarkable chapter of Dutch history. Brick Gothic. Emerging in the 13th century due to flourishing Hanseatic trade, brick Gothic architecture defined the skyline of Dutch towns like Kampen, Zwolle, and Utrecht. Prominent merchant warehouses and homes featured pointed arches, sturdy buttresses, and iconic crow-stepped gables. Practical ground floors stored goods such as grain, fish, or beer, while residential quarters occupied upper levels. This fusion of functionality and distinctive medieval aesthetics still shapes the historic centers of these cities today. Hofje Courtyard. From the late medieval period onward, wealthy patrons and religious institutions built enclosed hofjes, intimate communities designed to house elderly or impoverished individuals. Compact, gabled houses surround tranquil gardens and shared wells, providing a sense of safety and community. Haarlem's Hofje van Bakenes, established in 1395, remains a pristine example, showcasing the enduring tradition of charitable housing in the Netherlands. Stepped-Gable Townhouse. During the medieval era, taxation based on street frontage prompted Dutch architects to build tall, narrow homes topped with elaborate stepped gables. A clever system of wooden beams and pulleys enabled families to hoist heavy goods directly into attic storage spaces. Streets like Amsterdam's Warmoestraat and Leiden's Rappenburg beautifully illustrate these functional yet ornamental facades, capturing the essence of Dutch urban ingenuity. Renaissance. The Dutch Golden Age of the 1600s saw the rise of lavish Renaissance townhouses, characterized by striped sandstone facades, intricate scroll-shaped gables, and detailed stone carvings. Interiors often featured commercial spaces, facing canals, family rooms toward the rear, and central courtyards illuminating interior spaces. Elegant canal-side examples in Amsterdam vividly represent this era of remarkable wealth generated through global trade networks. Classicism. In the 17th century, Dutch architects like Jacob van Campen adopted a more restrained classical style, emphasizing symmetry, orderly facades, and classical details such as Ionic columns, triangular pediments, and uniform window arrangements. Houses along prestigious streets like Amsterdam's Herengracht and The Hague's Lange Voorhout express a refined dignity, representing the Republic's growing cultural and civic pride during this period. Canal. Starting in the 1600s, Amsterdam's urban landscape became defined by its iconic canal houses, tall, slender buildings with ornate gables and storage lofts. Narrow staircases and attic hoists facilitated practical living in tight spaces. Famous examples include Anne Frank's house, embodying the distinctive character of Dutch urban living and commerce along the city's concentric canals. Zaanse wooden cottage. Along the river Zaanse, plentiful local timber and marshy soils led to charming wooden cottages, painted dark green with white trim, complemented by bright red tile roofs. These picturesque communities, exemplified by the preserved village of Zaanse, showcase traditional Dutch woodworking craftsmanship and remain a beloved attraction for visitors worldwide. Stolpboerderij. In North Holland, farmers creatively unified homes, barns, and livestock shelters under one distinctive pyramid-shaped roof, known as Stolpboerderij. This highly efficient, geometric farm design has become a recognizable symbol of Dutch rural heritage, easily spotted in the countryside surrounding towns like Alkmaar and Medemblik. Saxon Longhouse. Settlers in the eastern provinces of Drenthe and Overijssel developed elongated timber-framed houses that combined human living quarters, barns, and animal stalls under a continuous thatched roof. Authentic examples, preserved at museums such as Orvelt, provide immersive insights into historic rural Dutch life, vividly illustrating this traditional agrarian lifestyle. Traditional Frisian farmhouse. In Friesland, a unique farmhouse layout developed combining three main parts: the residential head, the central connecting neck, and the large rear barn body. This T-shaped plan efficiently organized domestic life and agricultural work under one roof. Found throughout the Frisian countryside, these buildings reflect a deep integration of climate adaptation and rural function. Neo-Renaissance. Late 19th century industrial advances allowed Dutch homeowners to experiment freely with historical styles, resulting in eclectic facades featuring ornate gables, intricate arches, and brightly colored tiles. Rapidly developing areas like Rotterdam and Amsterdam Oost showcase entire neighborhoods reflecting this playful blend of architectural traditions. Art Nouveau. At the turn of the 20th century, Dutch Art Nouveau architects introduced flowing brick walls, elegant wrought iron balconies, and intricate stained glass windows, depicting floral and nature motifs. Although brief, this movement left a lasting legacy of elegance and creativity across Dutch cities, especially visible in Amsterdam and The Hague. Amsterdam School. Between 1910 and 1930, Amsterdam School architects crafted bold, expressive apartment buildings characterized by rounded forms, sculptural brickwork, and detailed masonry. Notably, Amsterdam's Het Scheepvaarthuis embodies this movement, symbolizing social ideals through richly decorated palaces designed specifically for working-class residents. Traditionalist. Reacting against modernist trends, architects of the Delft School in the 1930s returned to traditional Dutch aesthetics, featuring steeply pitched roofs, modest-sized windows, and village-like layouts. These neighborhoods, with their cozy yet modern homes, reflect a nostalgic preference for historical continuity amid rapid modernization. Modernism. Dutch modernism in the 1920s and 30s emphasized clean lines, flat roofs, expansive ribbon windows, and open interiors designed for hygiene and efficiency. Rotterdam's iconic Van Nel factory serves as a prime example, influencing subsequent housing developments focused on modern urban living across the Netherlands. Wederopbouw. After World War II, the Netherlands faced a housing crisis. To quickly rebuild, standardized brick row houses were constructed across the country between 1946 and 1965. These modest homes featured repetitive facades, small front gardens, and simple floor plans. They were designed for efficiency and affordability, reflecting the egalitarian spirit of the post-war era and reshaping suburban life with practicality at its core. Bungalow. From the 1950s through the 1970s, the Netherlands saw a surge in single-story bungalow construction. These low, horizontal homes featured simple lines, large windows, and open interior layouts. Designed for suburban comfort and post-war optimism, they often included attached garages and private gardens, offering a relaxed lifestyle that appealed to growing middle-class families. Structuralism. In the 1960s, architect Herman Hertzberger and others introduced structuralism, an architectural approach centered on adaptability and community. Projects like the Diagoon houses in Amsterdam featured modular concrete units around shared courtyards. Residents could expand their homes over time, personalizing their spaces. This style emphasized collective living and flexibility in contrast to rigid top-down urban planning. Brutalist. Brutalist architecture in the Netherlands peaked during the 1960s and 70s, especially in social housing projects like the Bijlmermeer in Amsterdam. These concrete high-rises featured honeycomb layouts, elevated roads, and vast park decks. Aiming to create vertical neighborhoods, the vision struggled with social challenges, but remains a bold chapter in Dutch architectural experimentation. Renovations have since softened their stark appearance with color and greenery. Cube. Designed by Piet Blom in 1984, the cube houses in Rotterdam reimagined residential architecture with tilted, cube-shaped structures perched on hexagonal pylons. Each house contains 3 levels with triangular rooms and multiple skylights. Part sculpture, part dwelling, the complex forms a pedestrian-friendly urban village, turning a busy bridge into a surreal architectural landmark that attracts global attention. Floating. With land scarce and water levels rising, the Netherlands has embraced floating architecture. Entire neighborhoods, like Schoonship in Amsterdam, now rest on concrete pontoons. These energy-efficient homes use shared heat pumps, green roofs, and solar panels. Floating houses represent an innovative, eco-conscious solution to climate and spatial challenges in one of the world's most water-sensitive countries. Timber towers. Sustainability and innovation converge in new timber towers like Hout in Amsterdam, one of the tallest wooden residential buildings globally. Built using cross-laminated timber, these structures lock in carbon while showcasing natural materials. Textured facades, pixelated balconies, and warm interiors highlight how the Netherlands is pioneering vertical green living in urban centers. Thanks for watching. Which style is your favorite? Let us know down in the comments. Also, remember to like and subscribe for more architecture videos.